Hey, what's going on, homies? My name is SlyFoxHound, and welcome to another Genshin Impact update. And boy, is this a good one! Oh my fucking god! We now have gotten information of which 4-star characters will be joining the Albedo banner, and boy, does Mihoyo know that a lot of people were going to skip on this banner. Because personally, I didn't find his gameplay that interesting. I didn't find it that interesting. And we can look real quick at how things look for him. Maybe my mind will change once I get him and I understand how he works and plays out. But now we have information, and this has been brought up by their Twitter. But let's check out, why do I feel like Albedo is not that good? In my opinion, just how he plays, and the main reason why you might want to roll for his banner, because oh my god, it is insane. First things first, let's go in here. Cool thing that they did that I liked is they are giving us a lot of updates within the game itself. So like, maybe you are not someone that watches content on YouTube that much, but they do give you details as to how he's going to play inside the game, which I appreciate that. It's always good to let the players just get the information as easy as possible. So kudos on you, Mihoyo, for doing that. But check this out. This is so pretty. This is mwah, so pretty. It gets you a little bit of information of what's coming up here in 2 days, since I'm doing this at 1 a.m. right now. You got some information about Dragon Spy. It gives you like locations and cool stuff. But let's get into like, why am I kind of a little bit on the fence as to why would I want Albedo. And this is really cool, the way they go and show you his basic attacks, his skill, and then his ultimate, as I would like to call it. I think there's better ways to call it. I need to get on time with that, but check it out. They give you a little sneak peek as to how he's gonna do his basics. Looks pretty nice. Looking pretty solid. Pretty straightforward basic attacks. Nothing to really brag about. But what I was kind of curious was, are we just going to get an elevator? Is this elevator that he has as a skill going to do some stuff? And again, once he comes out, we get to like figure out more about him and how worth is he. Specifically, this might be your first 5-star you get if you are going to be rolling, and you should be rolling for him. Check this out. It's a pretty big AoE, and then you can from there jump and do a plunge attack that does a little bit of physical damage and geo damage, which is cool. I like that. I like that. You know, I'm assuming that they're letting the elevator be high enough so you can do maximum plunge damage. I could be wrong, but we'll find out that when it comes out. I just find Albedo boring. I find Albedo kind of boring. He has a little bit of what the main protagonist, the main traveler, kind of has, specifically when it comes to his ult, the right up progeniture. I can't even say these things correctly. My bad. It's just a big burst that does geo damage. It's kind of underwhelming. It's kind of underwhelming. It feels underwhelming. It's not something that I'm excited about. Just, it's kind of underwhelming. I don't know if you guys agree or not. Let me know in the comment section. But yeah, he just seems kind of underwhelming. But because he seems kind of underwhelming, I think Mihoyo understood that they needed to find a way to make these sales worth it. Make this banner worth it. And one, we're not going to get a new 4-star character like we have gotten previously in the other banners. But boy, did they go out. They have been keeping an eye on everybody in the community and seeing which 4-stars are very sought after. Specifically, that will help your team do tons of damage if done correctly. And they did it. There's been a lot of speculations as to which one was going to come out. And ladies and gentlemen, check out the 3 characters coming to the Albedo banner. Oh my god. We got Fischl. Amazing character. You can use her as a support damage, or you can do the famous machine gun built for her. One thing that she shines at specifically is at her Constellation 1, or as we like to call it, C1. To those that don't understand, people saying CO, C1. I'll help the people that are new to the community understand. But C1 is going to be obtainable a lot easier. Now, if you wanted a good DPS and you don't, if you're rolling for Albedo, you don't get it, Fischl, beautiful, beautiful DPS, great character. And again, she's going to help us deal with one of the most annoying bosses in the game if you don't have her, which is the ocean or the water boss. Fischl just excels at that. But the big one here, Sucrose, and I believe this could be the first time that he is in a banner, our baby boy Bennett, Mr. Benny himself. And you might be like, I don't know, I'm new to Genshin. What does this mean? Why is Sucrose that important? And more so, which I think this is the big focus, Bennett. Why is he that important? Guys, Bennett is a jack of all trades. Also, this banner will be coming in the 1.2 update, which is happening here in 2 days. But, and what a time? At 6 o'clock? I believe. I could be wrong. Excuse me if I don't have the correct timing, but this is all coming with the new area of Dragon Spine, which I'm super excited. But why is Bennett? To those that are kind of on the why do I need Bennett? Why do I care? We like to do a little bit of damage here. Everybody likes to do a little bit of damage, but what if I tell you, and if you're not aware of it, that Bennett can function as a pretty decent DPS if you build him correctly. You can even discard him as doing damage. You don't need it. But he is also a healer and a giant buffer. And let me elaborate a little bit, because I already have Bennett on my team, and I think if I showcase why he's that important and why you should definitely roll for this banner, and now why this Albedo banner might potentially do very well, I could even say that this banner might do better than John Lee's, just because the support characters that are coming from this are insane. Let's check out Bennett and why he's that important. Fantastic Voyage, his ult at level 7 allows me to have an attack bonus ratio of 84% for 12 seconds. And anybody in that AoE ult that he does will get their health up back to 70. And this is the kicker. This is why this is insane. Having one Bennett is alright, but having a C1, a Constellation 1 Bennett, is so important because there's a little discrepancy. There's this little, yeah, he's good, but he shines in Constellation 1, and this banner is just going to make it that much accessible. Because if we go back, Constellation 1, the Grand Expectation, Fantastic Voice attack increase no longer has an HP restriction and gains an additional 20% of Bennett's base attack. So this is why a lot of people you will see slap a 5-star weapon on Bennett, because again, to those that don't know, attack percentage is based on the character level and the weapon. Nothing else. Your artifacts don't matter on this. No matter your percentage, whatever, the attack percentage for the base attack comes from the weapon and the level of the character. So with this in mind, if you guys don't know, the ult has a restriction. It says that, and let me get this correct. Let me read, even though us Genshin impactors don't read. If the health of a character within the AoE is higher than 70%, they gain an attack bonus based on Bennett's base attack, right? That goes completely away. That goes completely away when you get C1. And to those that are going to be rolling getting 4-star characters is a lot easier than going for the 5-star character. Getting constellations of 4-star characters is just way easier, specifically if they're in the character banner for the time. So, if you were going for Albedo, this is great. If you didn't give a fuck about Albedo, even better, because you can get hype if you get him. Because, again, we don't know how good he is. He could be broken and he could be your new favorite character. Who knows? But the fact that Bennett is available to get, this is the first time, I believe, I could be wrong, that Bennett is on a special event character banner, and this is insane. So, if you had your doubts as to should I go for him or not, you should definitely. Also, I know I kind of have not talked too much about her because personally I don't understand her just yet, but I just know that when put into place and added with the right artifacts, Sucrose is an insane character to have. Some of you guys that already know how to use her will understand, but having, again, for me, I'm not too excited for this because I already have a Constellation 6 Sucrose. She was available, if I'm not mistaken, in a previous banner. If you remember which one, please let me know in the comment section. But I'm maxed out with her. She's a good character, and once I have enough time, materials, and just things to add to it, I'll definitely bring her to my party, specifically if you run this artifact set that I have on my Venti, which is the Viridescent set. This is the way to go. She just becomes a super support. So, again, these three characters, Fischl, Sucrose, and Bennett, are the main appeal for this banner. It is insane. Also, just to have one more cherry to the top, if you are somebody that rolls for banners again, specifically weapon banners, I have been having personally shit luck getting a good catalyst, a good book, a good 5-star book. And since I recently got Mona, and normally my main already is Klee, their best in-slot weapon is going to be the weapon banner. The Skyward Atlas is in this. I don't know much about the Summit Shaper. I'm assuming this is going to be a Geo weapon. And I'm assuming if I can get some information on this, the stats are going to be great. I'm not too excited about it. I think for the most part, I'm pretty set when it comes to like sword characters. But boy, do I need the Skyward Atlas. Also, let me just say this real quick. The 4-star weapons on this are super useful, specifically stringless. Stringless is such a good weapon. The bow right here that you see is such a good weapon for Fischl and for I believe elemental burst characters. Cause let me check their stats. I believe I have that weapon. Let's look into it a little bit so we can see what's going on. Also, if you guys hear snoring, it's because my dog is passed out on her burger. So, shout outs for that. But as I look for this, the stringless is going to be in this banner and is pretty solid. It adds elemental mastery, which is pretty solid specifically when it comes to like somebody like Venti or somebody like Fischl. If you only care about, you know, throwing your Oz out there. But increase of elemental skill and elemental burst damage, solid. Specifically if you get it in a refined rank 5, which is the one that I have. I got a few extra ones because, again, I'm a whale, so it is what it is. But these two banners are going to be insane. I think Mihoyo knew that not everybody was too excited for Albedo and more so excited for Ganyu, which is essentially as an ice amber from all that we know. But boy, did they pop off. So, again, if you were on the fence, will I roll for Albedo or will I roll for this banner? You should definitely do it now. If you have the Primo Gems saved up, if you're a whale like myself or somebody that is a budget spender and wants to see some big damage bonus, having Bennett, specifically C1 Bennett, is super useful. The only thing I'm going to say, though, to everybody rolling, and I might hold back on this because I don't know if it's going to hurt too much, be careful with going into C6 Bennett. You might be able to get him to Constellation 6, but I don't know if you want to do that because of what Constellation 6 Bennett does. And what Constellation 6 Bennett does is, well, it's a buff for sword characters, claymores, and polearm wielders. So if you have a Diluc or a Shang Ling, terrific. You're going to love it. All your other characters are going to get that buff, even if you have a sword character. But the only thing that I don't like is the fact that normal charge and plunging attack now do pyro damage. And while we are going to an area where probably a lot of enemies are going to be weak to pyro damage, and that might be very good for that, I don't know if that's worth it, because you're also going to be dealing with enemies in the future that either have a high resistance to pyro, and you might hurt yourself doing that. So I'm on the fence if I'm going to take my Benny to C6, even though I might. I mean, I know for a fact I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Bottom line, it's going to happen. But just be careful with that. I would keep an eye on that. But aside from that, that has been it for that. If you guys can, please, it will mean the world to me if you guys leave a like, comment, and more so, if you guys are bored when you guys are doing your dailies, please stop by my Twitch channel. I stream my dailies and just anything Genshin related every day for the most part, and I would love to have more of you guys join me. But regardless, thank you so much for your time. My name is SlyFoxHound, and I'll see you guys in the next Genshin Impact video. Take care, guys.